He's gone. Listen, I can be idiotically smart. Boom, got it. Where are the new people? I know one of them was uh in the VC. I also like how I'm still at the event I was supposed to be. And they're just having their fun, and I'm keep hearing Minecraft noises in the background. We're supposed to be 14. If I am correct. Race control 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on both sides. Yeah, we're supposed to be 14. Alrighty. I'm surprised Habibo isn't here yet. I mean, if it's not in quality, then he's not in quality. I just find it really funny that people realize while the event started that they have computer issues. I also might have just pinged Habibo while he was already here. I'm a genius. We're 14. We're supposed to be one more because one is a fucking commentator. Oh yeah, no wait, that's the guy who's not might miss quality. Yeah. Let me actually join the server real quick, and then we'll get the shit started. Considering we have new people, I will quick say to it that I'm giving a quick rundown of procedures. If anything is unclear, just let me know now, because as I said at like the first briefing, you suffer for your actions. Yeah, no, I mean like full course yellow and all that stuff. The times are fine. I appreciate it's blunt, so I don't have to look at it. Is the server restart? No, it's not restarting. There it is. Anyways, welcome to Portland. Same. Oh, it's a real penalty. Okay, let's make sure that everyone's on the server first, and then we'll look at. There's still 20 minutes of practice, so let's make sure everyone can join the server fine, and then we'll get into the briefing shenanigans. It's also not the whitelist thing, is it, Splat? I don't actually know how that works. Can join fine, just downloading deliveries. Oh yeah. We had 5 minutes. If people need to fix their issues with stuff, especially rookies. So there's no use for me to really yeah. Start while it's not working. Also, I highly appreciate, real quick, that's nothing to do with procedures, that after this, we're halfway through, and we still have a relatively stacked grid. We're a bit low on Long Beach, but we're getting up the numbers with 14 again. which is nice to see. So I'll just say thank you for that. Especially considering there's a lot of stuff been happening behind the scenes. Yeah, I know. A lot of people were sick. There's a dog. I don't... Okay. Yeah. I mean, I still find the funny thing is that the one racing series I know the circuit from is Formula E. And not IndyCar. Anyway, I'll give it 2 more minutes and then we'll go into it. Beware that to learn the pit entry. That's kind of all I say. Or all I can say already. Nice. I found a video of Hello Kitty doing the Macarena. That's great. We're 12 people on the server. There are at least 2 people missing. Just saying that real quick. Anyway. Let's get this briefing on the road real quick. Wait, who was the missing one? Okay. Let's get this briefing done. And then, welcome again to round 5 of the DRC IndyCar Championship in Portland. I'll just real quick go over the procedures real quick. Once again, for the new guys, ask now or suffer the consequences of your own actions. First things first. The series has a race director. We have pace car procedures. We have full course yellow procedures. Full course yellow first. It has both a delta and a speeding limit. So you gotta stay within both or you'll get a 5-second penalty. Second thing is during both procedures at the start, well, full course yellow for the whole time, the pit entry is closed. If you do pit during the closed pit entry, you will receive a drive-through penalty through the server from me. We had a guy getting 9 penalties out of this, so yeah, you might actually want to keep your eye on that. During pace car, yeah, have your chat open. Considering during pace cars, the pit lane opens with... No, not you, Myro. The pit lane opens with my command in the chat. So you should definitely have the in-game chat open because I give sometimes infos on that. And it's pretty good to have open. You'll also receive the info when the pit lane is open. There's that. Just ask questions at any time. That's maybe to add. Second thing. Time watch up. Yes, I will watch the whole fucking grid this time. Yeah. I'm only human as well. And that guy just escaped my grasp. Anyway, this might be AC, but we do have the tire compound rule, so you will have to use both alternates and primary tires. We will check on it. If you don't do it, you will drop to the last positions of the finishing drivers. It's as easy as that. Next thing. Except I forgot. Except I forgot, maybe. Oh, yeah. Single file under pace car. We had a lot of stuff happening in Iowa, I think, was it? During the formation lap, we of course do double file. Oh yeah, formation lap, that's good. We have a formation lap. So, once the lights go out, I will drive to the front, and we will have a formation lap. At one point, I will pull away, and you guys will go into double file. Then, over real penalty, you'll have a red light, and the speeding limit of 120. And then the race obviously starts in a rolling start once the lights go green. Not before it, even if it might go green after the line. We had a lot of drive-through penalties from this. Oh yeah, also don't overtake before the line. Next thing is the more recent thing we're gonna use, because it's about the quali groups. The times from when each quali group drives, but already put into race control. I will still do the I still give the note when Group 1 ends and when Group 2 starts. Beware, we'll look over it if people don't follow that and drive for too long. Which we'll think what we'll do with, considering AC gives us normally the options to action something after quali as well. But yeah, we'll see. Besides that, yeah, obviously stay in your quali groups. I'll just go through them real quick. Group 1 is car number 2, 24, 10, 74, 15, 169, and car number 4. And the second group are the cars 28, 26, 25, 37, 46, 21, and 86. But yeah, Split, correct me if I'm wrong. Group 1 starts when real penalty goes with the green pit light. And then you obviously follow the instructions in the chat. Are there any further questions? I do doubt we'll hit the 90-minute mark and we'll go with the whole red black procedure I explained in Iowa. I don't think we'll get to that, considering this track actually has grass. Yeah, this track actually has fucking runoffs. So we might not have as many cautions and more full course yellows than anything else. But yeah, if there are no... And Dragon's questions don't count. So group 2 at 10 minutes left. Yes. But yeah, I'll also type it in the chat, so don't worry. Mayonnaise is indeed an instrument. So, pit stop under full course? No. No. Under full course yellow, the pit lane's closed. It's technically as soon as there's a yellow call from real penalty, the pit lane closes. So yeah. Abiba, I better not see you pit during full course yellow. This might actually, that might actually make something interesting. Anyway, good luck. Have fun. Have fun listening to my weird voice on stream if you're watching it. Because I have to move my mic away to fit my wheel on it. The groups are, well, have just been called out and are in race control. Yeah. Let's go. The only thing is, Splat, are you gonna make the server jump or am I gonna do it? Because I don't have the site open right now. If you do, you can. Otherwise, just tell me, I'll do it. Okay, thank you. Then I'll just steal Juno. Hello.
It is time. Right, okay, so qualifying is about to begin. Now we have Group 1 go out first. Let me just pull out the groups. So, okay, we should have Tim Course, Boris Shekajev, Ash Hamilton, Sven de Haas, Ben Neal, Ivan Tamani, and David Apanga in the first group. This will run for the first 10 minutes of qualifying when the clock hits 24 minutes.
We have 90 seconds. Juno, how was your week so far?
Very good, very good. Definitely been looking forward to this. Yep, 100%. My whole week's built up to this exact moment, and and yeah, gonna grasp it by the horns. Anyway.
This is the part where I just expose you and say you've been playing LMU yesterday, didn't you?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, not doing great, but it is what it is. Yeah, getting the preparations in.
Alrighty. 38 seconds to go until
Yippee!
there's a green light.
So
I heard a lot.
Go on. I was about to ask, have you seen much of Portland? Do you know much about the track?
I only know it from the Formula E races. I'll be honest, I don't think anyone wants to hear me blabbering about that racing series.
Yeah, no, preferably not.
The only thing I did hear is because there's a lot of fast corners that we might actually see a bit of a strategy war. Because a lot of people told me, well, a lot of people, 3, told me it might be a 2 or 3 stop.
2 or 3 stop, okay. And it is quite interesting because when we go around the track, you'll see that it is quite wide in some areas, like the start and finish straight, but then it does narrow off quite a bit, especially towards the second half of the lap. So overtaking
The
through
last
that,
corners are probably make or break.
yeah. So we'll see in the race if people do manage to get some overtakes done through there. It does get a bit wide through here though, which is nice. So we might see something through here if people can follow nicely. Before we eventually hit the non-proper turns until turn 10, 11 and turn 12.
I hear we also only have 1 Sven today, so that might actually save us some name trouble.
That'll be a lot easier for us. We're right on board with Sven de Haas for the first lap. He's the first man out on track so far. Comes down into turn 1. Very nice through there. A little bit squirrely on the exit. Should be okay though. Just through turn 4 and 5 we go. Sticking close to the curb. I've just had a massive explosion. I don't know what's happened.
Oh yeah, sometimes those maps have gunshots. I think.
Okay. So far so good for Sven de Haas on his lap. Coming down towards turn 9 and turn 10, the third to last braking zone. There we go. Through turn 12 we go onto the back straight. And see what sort of
there's
time
the
he sets. There we go. 101.5 is the first time set. There's a 101.7 so far from Tim Kors. 102.4 from Boris Shekajev.
I think Shekajev will be happy that he can actually fight this week again. Last week was
Yeah.
just, okay, I'm gonna just get points real quick.
Last week was, yeah, try and get as much as he can. Now that he's actually in qualifying and eventually the race, when it does get in. Bent Neal pops in a great lap, 101.4. Takes him up to the top of the times at the moment. Well, yeah, as we were saying, yeah, Shekajev last weekend didn't really have much chance since he did start the race late, about five laps in. Didn't really give him much of an opportunity to go from there. But yeah, so he should be quite happy with starting from this race from the start. We'll see if Ben Neal can put in a good time. Tim Kors goes on a 101.4 as well. That takes him P2 at the moment, just behind Ben Neal. See if he does improve on his second lap. Did get quite squirrely through the first couple of corners, so I don't think it will be an improvement by much if he does. And he's gone through the wall.
Oh.
Yeah, I've disconnected. I'll be back in a second.
We lost the commentator again. You know, let me tell you guys that Tim is currently 2 tenths ahead.
Oh, okay. So far, so good. So we don't disconnect too much. There we go. Back in. And Ben Neal did improve on his lap to a 101.3. Ash Hamilton currently the slowest of the drivers out there at the moment, 1:10.8. Tim Kors goes into the 1 minute flat with a 1.890.
Ivan pitted again, that's why he wasn't there.
He does need to get a lap on the board. He is the only driver from this group to have not set a lap yet. He was having PC issues for a good majority of the season, so he's going to want some good points.
I think he only drove St. Pete yet?
I can't remember St. Pete, but he's definitely not attended since then.
And he only drove St. Pete. Which is a shame because I like the red on the livery.
It is quite nice. Yeah, it's a weird colour combination. It's not one you see every day. Sort of, I don't know, it reminds me of Spider-Man. I don't know why. Spider-Man our livery.
Sheka just spun it again. It's like the 3rd spin he had this session already.
He's in a decent position at the moment. He is at the top 4 there. They're all, as we see, Tilmani lose it out at the final corner. It's not be good. That's not going to be good for the start of his lap. He's got Ben Neal right on the back of him as they do come to set another lap.
Yeah, this is not going to be too great for both of them.
Oh yeah, Tilmani sliding all over the place, and he's hit. They've hit Ben Neal, and yeah, that's going to cost them both a lap. Ash Hamilton has propped himself up into 3rd place at the moment. His first lap was a 1:10, so he's improved by 10 seconds on his second lap. So clearly his first lap was nothing good. Ivan Tilmani has set a lap time now, but it's a 1:56. So even with that contact with Ben Neal at the start of the lap, you would imagine he does improve this lap. You'd hope so anyway. Comes down towards turn 12. 55, 56, 57 seconds, 58. See what he sets.
But the question probably is, especially for the people who are not as experienced on the track, with the tires don't last that long.
So what are you expecting people to be doing in qualifying? Would you say 2-3 laps push, or push cool push, something like that?
Yeah, probably. I'd expect push cool push, if not 2 cooling laps, because of the quite fast corners, and we do have higher tire wear.
I mean, 2 minutes left of this qualifying session, this half anyway. So far, Tim Course is on provisional pole, only driver to be in the 1 minute flat. Ben Neal is the closest man to him. He's not improving on this lap though, so I wonder if he's calling at the moment to go for a push lap on his last attempt. Ivan Tilmani is coming into the pits, so he's not gonna improve as of yet. David Apanga is the slowest man apart from Tilmani at the moment, 3 seconds back from the pole position time at the moment. 2 minutes of this lap already, so I don't know if he's had an off somewhere and just parked it for a bit. So he's not going to improve on this lap, but we'll see what he can do on the lap after if he does go for another attempt. Comes round turn 12, will he box or will he stay out? Looks like he's staying out.
They all only have around 2 tries left now. I think pitting now doesn't work.
Which is confusing as to why Tilmani did it so late, but he is back out on track now. Probably changed his tyres in the meantime.
Sven de Haas is a 10th up in the first sector.
Let's watch on board with him. A 10th at the moment will take him above Boris Shekajev. If he gets any more, could be looking at a top 3 on the grid at the moment.
I think he's even faster than Tim right now. I think that's what the green is.
Let's see what time he sets as he comes round turn 12. A little bit squirrely out the final corner. Doesn't want to touch that wall. And he crosses the line now. 101. Ooh. 2 tenths off of the provisional pole. Or 1.5 tenths, sorry. Takes him up into P2, just ahead of Ben Neal. Ash Hamilton is in the pit, so he's not going to set another lap.
That's not going to work. That's not going to work, Ash. Driving out now is not going to work.
Yeah, he's not got time to get round. That's Ash Hamilton's qualifying done. Shekajev will cross the line for his last, or second to last. No, he's slowed down, so that's his last lap. He did go above Ash Hamilton, though. 13 thousandths is the gap between him and Ben Neal. So the only people here who can really improve are the top 3, followed by David Apanga and Ivan Tilmani. So Tim Course is coming towards the line now, and he doesn't improve. That's his qualifying done. He is on provisional pole though. Sven de Haas has boxed. Ben Neal is going to be one of the last people to set a lap. He comes to cross the line. Does he improve on his time? No, he doesn't. So that's P3 for him. Boris Shekajev is slow at the moment, so he's not going to improve. Neither is David Apanga. Ivan Tilmani, last lap of this group. And he doesn't improve. So that's Ivan Tilmani, 4 seconds off the pace.
The question right now is, I think Tim actually made the line before I made the thing.
So is he currently on a lap? He's going pretty quick. So I think he is on a lap, yeah.
He might just about have made it.
Well, let's see if he does improve. He doesn't need to set this lap at the moment, but he does want to be cautious about the second group that goes out after him. Will he improve on his time? He does, by 3 tenths of a second. 1 minute .596 for Tim Course. That's a very great lap. 4 tenths between him and P2 at the moment. Have a short break before the second group do go out. Should be Max Simmons, Badem Habibovic, Dinesh Ferreira, Dragon, Benjamin Klaus, Maruka and Axel Benoit, a newcomer today, as well as David Apanga. Tim Course at the moment, the only driver that has set a lap that could be on pole. We could look at Max Simmons to potentially replace him, Dinesh Ferreira as well, maybe even Habibovic. But it's whether the drivers are putting enough preparation for Portland to challenge that time. That is a very good time from Tim Course. So we'll wait now for a second group to go out in just under 2 minutes time.
The field isn't actually that far spread as it was in Long Beach, which is really interesting.
I think the interesting thing is, looking at David Apanga at the minute, he is 2 seconds off the car in front of him, but to be ahead of a driver that has already attended a race, that's quite good. To not even be last on his first appearance so far, at least in qualifying. We'll have to see what happens to him in the race though. Will he be able to keep it clean? Same with everyone else. I think we could have a very interesting one around Portland here today. 50 seconds left on the clock until qualifying goes again. We'll see who does come out of the pit lane first when that light goes green. If you were to place a bet now, would you say Tim Course keeps the pole, or would you put money on someone else?
Give it. I'd probably set it onto him. The guy didn't have many good experiences in the last 2 weeks.
I think that's putting it mildly. Yeah, he's definitely had a wild time so far this season.
Sitting on 8 penalty points.
Yeah, he has faced a quali ban already. 1 point off a race ban, so he's going to want to make sure he keeps this one clean. Otherwise he could be missing the next race out in, I believe I think it's Texas. Texas, yeah, Texas. So Max Simmons, first car out in this second group of qualifying. The championship leader at the moment. 186 points he's currently sat on, with Tim Course, the man currently on pole in P2. 148 points for him, so just under a 40-point lead he has in the championships. That's probably not going to change today. So we'll see if Portland is where Max Simmons can get a home win. He's done that already this season.
You probably never know how those things turn out, especially since we said last week, oh yeah, Sven's gonna win this easily, and then he throws it away 2 laps before the finish.
We always seem to count Max Simmons out, and then he just pulls something out of the bag and then wins it, or P2. We've had 4 rounds this season, and he's not finished lower than second.
Yeah.
So that's an incredible championship bid from him so far. We'll ride with him for his qualifying attempt. Comes to start his lap. Through turn 1, the turn 1 chicane we go. It's very nice through there. Kisses the apex nicely. That's just the way he wanted it. Through turn 4 we go now. Takes a good amount of curb. So far so good as we approach the turn, I believe turn 6, turn 7 complex. As it widens here through, I believe this is turn 8. Oh, and he gets squarely out of turn 9. So as we approach onto the back straight, it is fast through here. It does count as a turn. This is turn 10 we're on at the moment. Oh, sorry, turn 9. So this will be turn 10 that he's going through now. Takes that nicely. Turn 11, good as well. Very nice through 12. Applies the power down real well. So a bit squirrely in the middle part of the lap. Will he set a provisional pole time? He doesn't. No. It's only a 10th off though.
The wiggle wasn't too bad, but
probably did cost him that pole though. And Denise Ferreira goes P6, 1013 for him. Myra Cat up to P9 ahead of Eva.
Dragon is upside down.
And he's back in the pits. Okay, so that's all good. It's not the start to qualifying that Dragon would have wanted, though.
But it's the corner which actually is probably notorious for it happening. The whole circuit it's technically I'm on the Casp-up track limits because IndyCar doesn't have them, but we do. And then turn 11, 12, and I have to make a Formula E reference now because that's the corner Cassidy lost the championship last year.
I think Tim Course is going to hope that the same doesn't happen to him. Could be the race that he needs to try and keep himself in that championship fold. But,
only 9th.
Only 9th. Behind Axel Benoit, the newcomer, locks up into turn 1. So he's not going to set an improvement on this lap. P9 at the moment for Hibibovic. Only a second off the pole time at the moment, though.
Max Simmons is 2 times up on Tim.
Oh, okay, good start to the lap for him. That should take him on to, if he keeps it all good, should put him on pole by about a tenth and a half. Let's see if he does make any improvements through turn 10. Oh, a bit too much curb on the exit, and he's lost it. He's lost it.
Yeah.
This isn't going to be improvement for Max Simmons.
That's why that's why this corner is so amazing yet so difficult. It just invites you to be like, okay, I can just go a little bit faster, and then you suddenly see a wall or a grass puddle.
Grass,
there,
yeah.
like, okay, no.
This is why we need more grass.
I think this is the first.
It is the first.
Non street thing. Or you instantly hit the wall.
Oh, Denis Ferreira's done the same thing. Yeah, that's going to cost him.
We'll probably see a lot of people go there in the race.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. It is a very fast complex, and people carry a bit too much speed through, and yeah, you're off into the grass. Benjamin Klaus moved himself up into P10. Dragon.
The BMW livery.
In the BMW livery, yeah. A very nice car.
Dragon. I think it's also only his second or third appearance, isn't it?
Benjamin Klaus? Let's have a look. It is his third. I believe he got a podium in, it was either Iowa or Motegi, which was his best result of the season so far.
Iowa, I think. Also, it's also his first road course appearance of the season. But of course, we do have the Laguna Seca at the end of the season.
Oh, I can't wait for Laguna Seca. What a track. What a track. I'm going to be there. I can't wait to be there.
It's personally not one of my favorites. Wait. If you say you love it, are we gonna see you doing the hot lap for the YouTube channel?
Put me on pole. Yeah, no, I wish. So, 4 minutes left in qualifying, and the championship leader, Max Simmons, still has time to make on Tim Course. He is doing a cooldown lap at the moment, so he's not going to improve on this one. Will Denis Ferreira? I think he's also on a cooldown lap, but let's see. No, he's actually improving. As we go through turn 8, I believe that is.
Can't believe Bayern Munich got a draw out of this game. Disappointment.
Through turn 10, 11, and he's done the same thing again. Same thing, same mistake by Denis Ferreira. He's gone way off this time though. Almost into the barriers.
Real quick, just because I haven't mentioned this in all of the quali, Benoit is 4th.
Oh wow, yeah, I didn't even notice that. Axel Benoit, the newcomer in that Arrow McLaren livery. I believe that's, yeah, it is, yeah. P4 on his debut in qualifying so far. 5 tenths. And he does pit.
Max lock up in 7.
Not improving. He has 2 minutes left to try and take that pole off of Tim Course. Otherwise, we could. See, I want Tim Course to take the pole here. Otherwise, I do think Max could quite as well just run away with it. So.
I think if Tim gets pole, it's an indirect middle finger for the Long Beach penalty.
He's gonna want to turn that around, yeah. He has got a bit between his teeth at the moment. Habibovic comes to finish his lap. No improvement so far. 1:01.1 is his best lap time at the moment.
Max Simmons 2.5 tenths up.
Oh wow, very good start of the lap. Let's see if he carries that through. This is the part where they're getting towards and making all sorts of mistakes.
He lost the 10th again.
I wonder if it's straight line speed. Or if it's exit of 8. He's done quite well there. Let's see if he does improve.
I think he has it now. He should.
Crosses the line. And
No,
he doesn't. He's lost 3/10. Wow. So from a 10th up after turn 9, turn 10 to 2/10 down. This first part of the lap, he messed it up on the first lap. He's getting it right ever since. But I don't know if he's just exiting wrong, or I'll have to have a look. If it's straight line speed, then
He's 2/10 up again.
oh, it's squirrely again.
He's not getting the tires through the lap.
Let's see if he does lose time. Yeah, he's lost that 2/10 again. And if he keeps it nice and neat through here, which he does, carry a bit more speed in, I don't think that's going to do anything for him. Crosses the line now. Doesn't. He's lost that time again. Last chance now for Max Simmons. Very close to the wall through 1. Let's see if he does improve on that 2/10 that he was gaining before. All he needs to do is keep that 2/10 through the lap. It's only 1/10 now, so unless he gets a major exit through it, it's decent. It's not looking likely though. Last chance for Max Simmons to take pole. He's improving but not as much as he needs to. Through turn 10, 11 and 12 we go. He
Axel might do it.
A great lap here. And he doesn't. Max Simmons will not be on pole. Axel Bernal on his first appearance here in DRC. He does! Axel Bernal from nowhere is on pole position. Unless Habibovic is crashing.
Even Habibovic can't believe it.
Denise Ferreira's not improving. So Axel Bernal, out of nowhere, disrupting the championship top 2.
There's fair play. There's already GG in the chat from Tim.
What a lap! What a lap from Axel Bernal, out of nowhere to take pole position. And so, this will be interesting. The newcomer, the rookie in P1, Axel Bernal. Mega lap from him. Tim Course on the front row as well, P2. Max Simmons in another of his home races, P3, the championship leader, followed by Sven de Haas in P4. Habibovic out of nowhere back in P5. Then Ben Neal, P6, followed by Boris Shekajev, P7. Denise Ferreira, not a great qualifying for him. He'll be in P8, followed by Ash Hamilton in P9. Benjamin Klaus, in his third race this season, is in P10, followed by Dragon and David Apanga on row 6. Marika, then Ivan Tilmani will share row 7. So, we gear up now for the formation lap. 20 seconds to go for that. We are expecting a 2 to 3 stop, depending on the driver and depending on the safety cars. Ooh, Axel Bernal's left. That's not me, is it? That he has actually done that.
He actually is not on the server. Yes, he needs to rejoin. He has 2 minutes. It's still a bit of time. He will have to do it now.
Will he rejoin? He should do. I don't see why not. Unless he's just had a major internet outage. That's not what we'd like to see. Still a minute left for Axel Bernot to join.
Still has a minute. We have hope.
Nothing biting at the moment. No. Nothing. It's not looking like Axel Bernot will start on pole. We'll go for the formation lap. So, not sure what happened to Axel Bernot there, but Tim Course will lead us away from the formation lap, followed by Max Simmons, then Sven de Haas, Habibovic, then Ben Neal, and Shekajev rounds out the top 6. 12 corners here in Portland, 52 lap race, should take us about an hour to complete. Hopefully, anyway, depending on how many safety cars we get. Very unfortunate for Axel Bernot though, after taking his first pole position in his first race. He's rejoined now. So what's the procedure here then?
If he gets out of the pits, he'll not lose a full lap.
But he'll start last.
Yeah, and he also needs to get out of the pits now.
Yeah, he's coming out of the pits now. So he will rejoin at the back of the grid. So that's going to be a lot of work for Axel Bernot, whose game did crash. And so Tim Course will lead us away from pole position on the formation lap. It's the two championship rivals at the moment, coming around turn 12. And so, as we look down the long straight here at Portland, we are go. Tim Course has led us away. Morakat's already got a drive through for a jump start. Max Simmons is going to try to look down the inside, but he doesn't get the position. Tim Course keeps that lead he maintained since the formation lap. And that's a good start for Max Simmons as well. There is a few cars at the back jockeying for position. Shekajev has lost a few positions on this lap. Morakat's losing out as well. But Tim Course maintaining the lead for the moment.
Dragon already pitted.
Oh. That's probably not the best strategy.
It doesn't count.
As we go down the back straight now, Max Simmons lost a little bit from Tim Course. 6/10 is the gap between them. Habibovic is up to P3 though. As we come down towards the last few corners, Habibovic, will he be able to make an impact on the top two? 5/10 is the gap between him and Max Simmons. He's approaching the back of the championship leader at the moment. And no, nothing biting as it stands. So the top three get away nicely. Habibovic made up 2 places, I believe, on that start. Sven de Haas did lose out from the podium positions. Locked up a little bit there, did Habibovic. And that's put Sven de Haas right on the back of him. As we go down towards turn 4 now, with Sven de Haas is gaining on the entry onto Habibovic. Nice and neat through turn 6, then turn 7 as we go towards now. Then turn 8. Habibovic locking up all over the place. He's going to put Sven de Haas in a great position to try and make a move. He's got Ash Hamilton right on the back of him though.
Yeah.
And then Ben Neal's sticking with them as well. So the two leaders are starting to lose. Starting to gain quite a bit on Habibovic.
Oh.
As Ben Neal's actually... Ash Hamilton spun. He's gone down to P9. And so is Ivan Tilmani. That's put him down to P12. As we rejoin the leaders, Sven de Haas still right on the back of Badem Habibovic. The top two have got away very nicely, so second and a half between 2 and 3 at the moment.
Myrocat is the first one to actually bet.
And since he didn't get involved in any sort of collision that we saw, yeah, it's just to take his drive through.
Oh, never mind with the actual pitting.
So going down towards turn 10 again. Sven de Haas taking a lot of grass there. That's not going to be the way to go fastest. He's not lost out much from that though. 7 tenths between him and Habibovic. Now Max Simmons is gaining all the time on Tim Course on this lap. It's down to 5 tenths. The gap 6 tenths now through the corner. As Denise Ferreira has got past Benjamin Klaus into turn 1. Looking good for him. This is a good battle for the lead so far. 4 tenths now is the gap. 5 tenths as we make towards turn 8.
I think Max always finds himself in the catching role, but I think he prefers that even.
I think he does. Doesn't like... I don't think I can remember him starting from pole position. Denise Ferreira, he's spun. And he's lost 2 positions there to Benjamin Klaus and Ash Hamilton. This is not a great race for Ferreira. As we look down onto the main straight again, Habibovic keeping his eye on Sven de Haas behind him. Oh, and Sven de Haas has got to try and go the long way around. Habibovic has locked up quite severely. He's holding Sven de Haas up now.
Now Ben Neal.
And Ben Neal is right on the back. Will he make a move? No. Sven de Haas covers that off well. Oh, he's taking a lot of grass.
Oh, he's out of the rhythm.
He is shaking him up quite severely. He's getting all sorts of wrong through there. Ben Neal is practically sniffing his rear ring. Will he make a move into 10? Nope, nothing coming as of yet. They sweep left, then they sweep right. Make sure to take the curb and not the grass. They've done that well. Sven de Haas.
Things better of it.
Coming towards turn 1 now is Ferreira. Yeah, Ferreira's right on the back of Benjamin Klaus. Oh, and Klaus has hit the wall. He's up in the air, and that's lost him a position. Safety car is out, and that will group the pack up. Benjamin Klaus he exited too close to the wall, made contact with the barrier, and that's luckily no one else involved with that. Pure driver error, but we do have a safety car here at lap 7. So it's as you were for the top 2. Nothing changing there.
Yeah, but no closes up to the field now.
I think that's interesting because Habibovic, he was locking up quite severely, so I don't think he's going to make a challenge for the lead as of yet. I think his tyres are going to be slightly ruined at the moment, so unless he pits, which I don't see happening, nothing changing for him. As we'll bunch the pack up. The pack already almost a minute between first and last. That is Myrocat at the back though, and he did have to take a drive through. Apart from that, it is Dragoshen in P13, 40 seconds behind the race leader at the moment, before the safety car came out. First safety car here then. We are, what's my maths? That's about 1/5, just under 1/5 of the race through. Don't believe this safety car will be tremendously long. The only driver we need to wait on getting to the back now is Myrocat. Axel Benoit, after not being able to start from pole position, already up 2 places. This safety car is going to help him immensely, as it does reform the grid. I wonder what he can do from there. Honestly, I expect him to sort of challenge the top 5 by the end of this race, at the very least. Depending on what happens under the safety car. Benjamin Klaus has actually dropped another position to Ash Hamilton under the safety car.
Which is a bit weird.
I wonder if they were just sorting out something there. I'm sure if there's any issues with that, they'll report that to the stewards. I'm not really taking any time to appreciate Ash Hamilton's livery. It is quite nice. Hexa AF Academy on the side of that. So we cross the line now for lap 9. Ash Hamilton calling for Benjamin Klaus to pass him, and he does. Ash Hamilton's dropping loads of positions now. He's dropped 3 positions on this lap. He's actually going to try and force his way past Ivan Tilmani and David Apanga. That's not going to be allowed. Axel Benoit just staying out of that one. Don't blame me, son. That was a bit weird. Pit lane is now open. I don't expect we'll see anyone come in, but the option is there for those who do want to. So, will anyone pile into the pits? Let's see. As we round the final corner. Tim Course, no. Max Simmons, no. Pretty much everyone, no. Denise Ferreira is in, though, and that's Benjamin Klaus as well. And I believe that's Ash Hamilton that's also came into the pits. So we do have 3 people boxing for a change of tyres. I believe these are 3 people that did have some sort of collision or contact or spin of some sorts though. So that's not really out of the ordinary. That does bump Myrocat up to P11 and Axel Benoit up to P9 with Dragon between them in P10. We'd expect the back 3 to catch up quite quickly. Benjamin Klaus is the last of these 3 to get away. Does make sense since he did have quite severe contact with the barrier. So if Benjamin Klaus does catch up to the safety car on this occasion, we may see the safety car come in. Ben Neal's actually passed Boris Shekajev on this lap. Again, I'm not sure why or how. It's not allowed under the safety car.
People just forget how the safety car works, I guess.
In all my days, I never really thought that would be something common.
Nope.
But we live and we learn. I don't think, no, we won't have the safety car come in this lap. Benjamin Klaus still needing to catch up a little bit. So we should go in next time round. And when we do, we will have Tim Course lead us away for the second time this race. Max Simmons right on the back of him as they all start weaving to get that tyre temperature in. Safety car is in this lap. Interestingly, David Apanga, another of the newcomers, up in P7 at the moment. Sort of kept it clean and had a good start to the race, and that's gained him quite a few positions, which is good for him. So now the race director has pitted, so that means Tim Course is effectively the safety car now. As we come down the back straight.
Quite a big gap to Ben Neal.
It is. He is starting to decrease that now, though. As we approach the final sector of the lap, this is going to be entirely Tim Course's choice as to when he releases the throttle pedal, and he's gone. Tim Course has gone already. That's quite early for him. It's not really caught Max Simmons off guard, though. 4/10 is the gap between them as we approach turn 1.
The only one.
Oh, and he's locked up. He's locked up, and he's gone off at turn 1, 2, 3. And so has Sven de Haas. Sven de Haas has spun it. And ladies and gentlemen, as you all may know, safety cars breed safety cars, or in this case, full course yellows. So Axel Bernot up to P7. David Apanga got down to P10, so I'm not sure what happened with him on that restart. So it looked like off of that, Habibovic went deep. I don't know if he made contact with Sven de Haas, but he just spun on the exit of 2. Full course yellow is ending.
I think that's why Habibo decided, okay, I'll just go straight, and then people nudged each other.
Oh wow, and Max Simmons has got away brilliantly from that full course yellow. He's right on the back of Tim Course. 2/10 now as we go down towards turn 10. Will he make a move? He's going down. No, he can't do it.
The corner for it.
They do stay away from that for now. Oh, but Max Simmons is right on the back. He gets squirrely on the exit. But Tim Course stays away from that for now. That's nice for him. Habibovic still up in P3. Ben Neal is the car behind him. Max Simmons not challenging for the lead yet. Closest cars at the minute, P3 and P4. Habibovic and Ben Neal. Ben Neal's right on his rear wing. Will we see him move for position on this lap? We've seen Habibovic lock up quite severely multiple times in this race. As we come down towards turn 7, is he going to make a lunge around the outside? No, he's not. Habibovic has locked up again. Great exit for Ben Neal. He's going to try and make the move as we go down towards turn 8. Now, turn 9. He's right in the slipstream. Oh, and they do touch on the straight.
Isn't an overtaking corner. Going into this complex, I don't know why you'd even try to go next to each other.
Looked like Ben Neal had the speed over Habibovic, but Habibovic just was not letting that happen.
Ash Hamilton.
He's dropping back. There is a car off the track. I believe that's Dragon. Yeah, Dragon is spinning. Almost made contact with Sven de Haas on the rejoin. As we rejoin with Ben Neal, he's right on the back of Habibovic. Is he going to make a move around here? Oh, they almost touch again. He's just trying to force his way through past the Austrian. Nothing happening as of yet. He runs wide through 6. Up to 7 we go. They follow the same line. All going well for them. Now this is where it happened before on the previous lap. He's not as close on this occasion though. He's still got the slipstream, still on the back of Habibovic. Nothing going as of yet. He lifts just to make sure that nothing happens. Habibovic has lost a lot of time through this sector, turn 12. As we go down the main straight now, will he be able to make a move into the chicane? No, nothing happening as of yet. Oh, and they almost make contact.
Ivan on the outside. Nicely done.
Oh, as we have a battle between Ivan Tilmani and Axel Benoit for P6. He's right on the back of Tilmani. Will he make a move? No, he doesn't. Decides better of it. It's almost sort of identical with the battle ahead for P3. Just giving it everything that they can. They know overtaking is not easy around here.
Might be where the alternates slowly might fading away.
Oh, and that's a great slipstream from Benoit. He's gonna make the pass way before the corner even appears. Benoit is up to P6 now, past Ivan Tilmani.
He is on push to pass. He wasn't feeling it.
Yeah, he was not feeling that at all. Boris Shekachev is on the back of Ben Neal, and Danish Ferreira's got past Tilmani as well.
Myrocat finds the barrier, bends.
Oh, that's not a great position. Will we see him get away from this one? He's doing it slowly, very slowly, and he spins it again. Ben Neal's still on the back of Habibovic, who is costing him a lot of time. The gap between him and the top two is now 5 seconds. After we've only gone green for a couple laps now. As we approach turn 10, not close enough to make a move through here. He's not going to replicate what Benoit did on the previous lap. Through turn 12 we go. Just needs a good exit from here, which he does get. Still nothing biting from Habibovic. Danish Ferreira is right on the back of Axel Benoit. We ride on board with him. Will he make a move on the Frenchman, the pole sitter? Down towards turn 1 we go. Is he going to send a lunge? He is going to send a lunge. He's going to go late on the brakes. He makes the apex. They both make the corner, and they almost touch. But that's great racing from the pair of them. Axel Benoit stays ahead for the time being. Great respect between these two. Oh, as we cut back to Ben Neal, trying to make a move on Habibovic, ever closer. Nothing happened as of yet. He does go deeper into 7. Can we see a move into turn 10? He's tried this once before. Will he try it a second time?
They're both on the button.
They are both on the button. They're both close going into 10, but nothing buying for Ben Neal. Habibovic is just locking up everywhere. How has he still got 4 tyres on his car? Oh, and they almost touch coming out of 12. Ben Neal, is he going to make the position into P3 as we go into turn 1? Yes, he is. Unless Habibovic, he is late on the brakes. He's going to keep that position. Very late on the brakes for Habibovic, and that's just, it seems to work. And it has paid off for now.
Oh no, our first rookie in the wall.
Oh, Axel Benoit's dropped 2 positions now from the back of Danish Ferreira, or in front of Danish Ferreira, to now behind Ivan Tilmani. So he's made this position once before. Can he gain it back a second time? But we do have an exciting 3-car battle for P3 now. Ben Neal is still behind Habibovic, having once made that overtake, but it didn't last very long. See, this is what we were missing from Long Beach. There was not enough overtakes. Now there's too many.
Great race so far.
It is. Oh, but Neal's gone squirrely out of turn 12. That's put Shekachev right on the back of him. But he's not going to be close enough to make a move. Oh, we have Sven de Haas actually right on the back of Benjamin Klaus in P10. If he makes a move down here, he will have Ash Hamilton right in front of him. And he does brake later, but nothing going for him there.
Our driver's actually maybe trying a 1-stop. Despite saying, okay, this might not happen. interesting.
We would expect the pit stops to have started happening by now. We do have a lapped car actually behind, in front of P3. I believe that's Myrocat, who is a lap down at the moment. And Ben Neal carrying a lot more speed through there than Habibovic did.
This might help Ben now.
Yeah, unless Myrocat gets out of the way quickly, this is going to cost Habibovic time. He does get the slipstream for the time being.
He's going to dive it. He's going to dive it.
Oh, Myrocat's in a terrible position.
He doesn't have to get out of the way.
He doesn't.
He's not
Will he try and get past Myrocat through here? Yes, he does. So that's equalised it. Habibovic is still around the same gap as to where he was before on Ben Neal. Oh, and Ivan Tilmani and Axel Bonneau, they actually almost made contact going through there. As we approach turn 7, he's not going to make a dive into there. Turn 8 comes up. He just needs a good exit out of here.
We need more circuits like Portland.
Oh, and he's got a great slipstream going down towards 10. He's going to try and make the move on Tilmani. He's made the move on Tilmani for the second time this race.
Great job.
Very good move.
Myrocat spun over in the same spot again.
Oh, Ivan
no.
Tilmani's been given a drive through for speeding. I believe that's because of Myrocat's spin.
No,
Through
he's
yellows.
dead in
He's boxed. Ivan Tilmani's in the pits. That's going to be disastrous for his race though. Getting a drive through at this stage.
Going to be a 2-stop.
Looking at it now, yes, 2 stops does seem the way to go. Oh, it's Max Simmons. Max Simmons is actually below half a second off the back of Tim Course as we approach. Oh, and Tim Course is in the pits. So Max Simmons will take the provisional lead for this race, but Tim Course will be on the newer tyres. I don't know where to go to, there's so much going on.
There is a lot going on.
I think the best place to be at the minute is Shekajev and Dinesh Ferreira. They almost made contact into the turn 2 chicane. Dinesh Ferreira trying to take P4 at the moment off of Shekajev. Nothing going for him at the moment. Shekajev does spin it a little bit. He keeps a hold of it. Stays ahead of Ferreira. As we approach turn 7, is he going to go late on the brakes? Not late enough to force his way around. But Shekajev is terribly slow off of there. This is going to give Dinesh Ferreira a great slipstream as we go down the back straight. Will he make a move into turn 10 like we've seen other drivers do before? He's going to make the position before the turn even comes, and he is ahead of Boris Shekajev. He's up into P4. At that same time, Ben Neal has got past Habibovic for P2. So he's finally set free.
Klaus against Hamilton.
Oh, Klaus against Hamilton. Klaus is ahead of Sven de Haas as well. So this is a 3-car battle. Oh, make that alongside Sven de Haas as they come down the main straight. Sven de Haas is going to take the position before the braking zone.
Oh, you're going to take both? No.
No. Oh, and they almost make contact. Very, very aggressive turn in there from Benjamin Klaus, and it's cost him the position. Sven de Haas now on the back of... Ash Hamilton's getting away from Sven de Haas at the moment. And Habibovic is back past Ben Neal again. This is an epic scrap, and we're missing half of it.
And now this is going to turn into a scrap for the lead.
As Max Simmons does come into box, yes. Will he make another move, Ben Neal? They come down towards turn 1, sorry. And Habibovic again later on the brakes. Keeps Ben Neal behind for now. But the gap now only about a 1/10.5. Dinesh Ferreira's closing up on the back of them real quickly. A second now is the gap between him and Ben Neal. Oh, and Ben Neal goes wide. He's on the grass, and that's cost him a little bit of time. So Dinesh Ferreira's going to close up.
And Max Simmons comes out of the pits 3 seconds behind Tim Course.
It was a good few laps after Tim Course, so Tim Course has done a good undercut there. But that does mean that Max Simmons is on slightly newer tyres. Dinesh Ferreira's passed Ben Neal. So after fighting with Habibovic for a long time, he's now lost out to Dinesh Ferreira. Now it's all up to the Portuguese to try and take the place from the Austrian. Habibovic does log a lap in the lead, but Dinesh Ferreira is going to close up at a rate of knots. Probably one of the fastest drivers on the grid here in Portland.
You know what really surprises me? That Habibovic is still on alternates.
It surprises me that he's not boxed, yeah. Considering the amount of lockups we've seen here and there, I'm surprised. But, I mean, I guess it seems to be working. I mean, he's holding up everyone quite well. I don't think he's going to complain too much.
Definitely not.
As we approach turn 10 yet again. Turn 11, sorry. Turn 10, turn 11 and turn 12. Full course yellow is deployed for Myra Cat, who has spun on the exit of 7. So this will equalise the grid a little bit. No use of the pit lane under full course yellows.
Cat's still standing still.
He has gotten away now, though.
Depending who of the leaders, this might have actually screwed over for wanting to pit.
This has... It's going to be very interesting as to what this does. Before the full course yellow came out, it was about a 16-second gap between Tim Course and P1. Now it's about 29. That will again get smaller after the full course yellow. But Dinesh Ferreira has reacted very well to it ending here. Habibovic is going to try and keep the position, but he's got a Portuguese man staring down his rearview mirrors.
Especially a Portuguese man who's still trying to get the championship rolling this season.
He is. 5 rounds into the season. Can he make his championship bid known?
What?
Not coming as of yet. Habibovic does keep the position. They're all trying it through turn 10.
I love this corner so much. This corner of the season. They're still on their used alternates.
I don't understand why we're not seeing more drivers pit like Axel Bonneau. Thank you very much. I was about to say this will be interesting between what he does to, if will he hold up Tim Course, but no, he's boxed anyway. Doesn't matter.
The thing with Axel pitting now is he started on primaries. He's going on to the alternates now, and the top 3 are still driving their used alternates like it's nothing.
So I wonder if Axel sort of forced himself onto a 2-stop.
Oh no, if they can drive 28 laps on the alternates, then so can Axel.
Yeah, very much so.
This is just round about halfway, so at this point it's just, okay, might as well pit now. The thing with dragging an alternate stint so long is they're just one caution away to being completely screwed, because they can't either pit for fuel or tires.
So they do need to probably best to get on with that pit stop as soon as possible to try and avoid getting screwed over by something. Habibovic is still maintaining this lead from Dinesh Ferreira, and he's gone very, very wide out of a slide there. Sven de Haas is in the pits in the meantime.
He's also still on his old... No, wait, he did pit under the safety car, didn't he?
He did. So that's his second stop.
So this is the normal 2-stop. Pretty sure he's gonna go to primaries now then. Yep.
Interesting strategy game being played. Habibovic locked up again. It's not cost him too much time this one though. He's got a mega exit out of turn 12.
The interesting part comes in when we realize that Habibovic only has 3 push-to-passes left, and Denis Ferreira still has 7.
I'm surprised to hear that, because Habibovic using 7 already?
Max Simmons still has all of them.
Oh wow. What about Tim Course? How many does he have left?
5.
Ah, so that's played into Simmons' hands beautifully. I mean, it is a 4-second gap between him and Tim Course. The effective race leaders, as the cars ahead haven't boxed yet.
Pretty sure Minot just needs one more caution and then he's big.
Yeah, I would imagine so. He's gaining at a rate of knots, and he's looking good for him so far, up to P9 at the moment, as Denis Ferreira does come into pit.
Finally!
Ben Neal's not going to copy him, neither is Shekajev.
I'm honestly surprised their fuel lasts this long. I think that's the thing that surprises me even more than anything else.
So they always do seem to like to surprise us. When we thought in Iowa that it was going to be like a, or sorry, on Motegi maybe, that it was going to be like a something stupid amount of stops, they just decided, nah, we're going to do like a 5-stop and that's about it. We were expecting it to be like a 10, maybe 12 stop. So they do like to surprise us.
And then we have Iowa, which we think, okay, might be a completely normal race because it's a short oval. And then we have Ash Hamilton win with 11 boxing stops.
It's mad how competitive this field is, as Ben Neal does come into pit. Benjamin Klaus is right on the back of Denis Ferreira. Denis Ferreira has boxed out.
Tim's in the wall!
Oh! We missed it. Tim Course has spun, and that's given Max Simmons the effective race lead. So now with track position and more push to passes and fresher tyres, that's beautiful for Max Simmons. He just doesn't make mistakes. I want to see what happened to Tim Course. I want to know why he spun or how he spun. But anyway, turn 10.
So Habibovic, 31 laps.
And he's still going strong. I'm not sure why he's not boxing now. They're probably...
It's going to be 32.
I would expect him to box any lap now. Surely. He's going to want to try and get ahead of about Axel Bonneau. But no, that's not going to happen. He's going to lose time to Ben Neal if he doesn't pit sometime soon. Shekajev's followed Ben Neal in to try and copy his strategy. Axel Bonneau getting onto the back of Benjamin Klaus. 8/10 is the gap now as we approach the main straight. Oh, and Benjamin Klaus is in the box. So that'll promote...
I want to add to this, because I want to add to how ridiculous this is. The pit window, the original, like, thought-out pit window, opened on lap 14.
So they're doing twice as long as they should be doing.
This is more than double this.
I mean...
He also only had one caution. Thank you, Habibovic.
He's in. He's finally in.
He pitted. I can't believe it.
That'll promote Max Simmons back up to the race lead. But, and this is interesting, Tim Course, who did spin, he's gaining now on Max Simmons. It was about 1.5 seconds last time I saw. It's now down to about 1.4. 4/10 faster on the last lap. Yeah. So he is gaining at a rate of knots. I wonder if he's used push to pass on that lap. as he does come out of the pits. Will he come out ahead of Dinesh Ferreira? No. Axel Bernot? Yes, he is ahead of Axel Bernot. Interestingly. That's going to be a good battle when that comes to fruition. Tim Course has gained a lot on this lap on Max Simmons as well. Gap now down to about 1 second. Any second now. And we should see him move for the lead again.
I don't wanna curse this, but we had 1 caution this race so far. 1.
Don't jinx it. Don't repeat that too much.
I jinxed it, haven't I? I'm sorry.
Riding on board with Axel Bernot. He's got Badam Habibovic in his sight. Then Dinesh Ferreira just ahead of these.
And Tim does the fastest lap of the race.
He's still gaining. Oh, Axel Bernot, he's right on the back of Habibovic. I'm going to watch this battle, but keep an eye on the gap between the top 2. Axel Bernot, will he make a move into turn 1? Habibovic goes defensive. He knows that he's got that position if he can break late on that line, and he does. Axel Bernot stays behind for now. Can he get a better exit?
I think especially after Long Beach, if people think they can break after Habibovic, then
they're wrong.
Need to go back.
The last of the late breakers.
He's wearing that KDM livery with pride.
And now it's a 7. Oh, and he's going to go down the inside, does Axel Bernot. What a move. What a move on Habibovic. He was completely caught off guard.
The rookie.
Axel Bernot in his first race is up to P4. After starting on pole position. Well, not starting, getting pole position, and then having to start last. He's up to P4 as it stands. But Habibovic, it doesn't look like he's going to let that one go too easily. He's lost a lot of time to Bernot through the last corner, though. As Tim Course is actually right on the back of Max Simmons. They've got lap cars ahead of them. They're going to play into Tim Course's hands quite brilliantly unless Max Simmons can get in the way of both of them. And he's right on the back of the American.
Except Byrocat, no one's slapped by the whole field. They don't have to move.
As we go down towards turn 10, is Tim going to make a move? No, he thinks better of it. But Max Simmons is closing right on the back of Benjamin Klaus, who is not mandated to get out of the way. So this is going to play out interestingly. Slipstream for Simmons, but also slipstream for Course. As we approach turn 1. Nothing going as of yet. As Benjamin Klaus does get out of the way of the 2 leaders. Cost Tim Course a little bit of time. Not too much though. 2/10 about that.
I actually don't even know if that was voluntarily or not. It didn't look like it.
It didn't look like it. As we go down towards turn 5, turn 6, turn 7. Simmons again taking that same line that he has all race and all qualifying. It's not been great for him. He's lost a lot of time on the exits in qualifying and in the race so far. 2/10 is the gap as we go down towards turn 10. Tim Course, is he going to try and make a move for the lead? He is. Through turn 10 we go. Oh, and they touch. Max Simmons, he has to concede the race lead to Tim Course. But they did make contact in doing so. Tim Course takes the race lead for now. I'm surprised. I would be surprised if Max Simmons isn't complaining about that one. That was not the way he would have wanted to overtake.
It looked like Tim was ahead, though.
It did look like he was ahead, but they did make contact in doing so. We'll have to see after the race if that's something that gets
the battle for the podium. Now there's... I think this is Myra. Myra has to get out of the way.
And he does. Dinesh Ferreira is right. Yeah, that's not a great line for him, but Axel Bernot a little bit slippery. That's going to be fine. Through turn 4. Shekajev and Ben Neal also fighting for position. Ben Neal's going to take that one for the time being. Oh, and Dinesh Ferreira's got really wide. That's invited Axel Bernot into a great position. He's kept ahead for now. He's going to go for the move again. Will he be able to take it on this one as well? No, nothing going as of yet, Axel Bernot. But he's going to get a great slipstream. He's using the plus to pass. Will he be able to take the position as we go down towards turn 10? He's taken the position before turn 10. Axel Bernot is now in the podium positions.
This guy, I can't believe it.
On his debut race. What a move. He's done that twice. And it's paid off twice. Oh, great move there from Axel Benoit.
Are we going to award the driver of the race for this one? I have a suggestion.
Tim Course has actually gone really deep into turn 7, and that's cost him a lot of time. A second and a half to Tim Course. And that's not going to be what he wanted for the race lead. As it all just comes to a lull a little bit for now. Shekajev is the man. Oh, Tim Course is in the pits! Is it? Someone tell bro that he was not meant to do that. Max Simmons is in the race lead, but why? Why has Tim Course come in the pits?
It's a genuine pit stop. It is a 2-stop.
Has his tyres just completely fell off? He's only just boxed. So this is going to be very interesting. He's back on the alternates now. Wow. We'll have to see how that plays out. Now, this this is the interesting thing. What if Max Simmons boxes and Axel Benoit doesn't?
Axel doesn't need to anymore.
That's what I was thinking. He doesn't need to.
This is getting spicy.
This is getting spicy. It's exactly what we would have wanted from Portland. 12 laps to go. And to be fair, this could be one out of any of 4 people, I think. Tim Course, Max Simmons, Axel Benoit. Don't count out Denise Ferreira. We'll have to see if Simmons comes in. If he does, that's going to open this race by quite some margin. Full course yellow is deployed for David Apanga, who is in the wall. He does look like he's got his car stopped, so I don't know if he's trying to move his car. It doesn't look like it. I don't know if the engine's just completely gone kaput. He is reversing now. He does do that in a safe way. He's hit something. It might have just been contact with the ground. He does get away from that incident. It's a very weird place to go off though. Looks like he's just gone left on a right-hander. So unless there was contact, which we'll have to wait and see, he is away now. So the full course yellow does come to an end. Closest cars on track, Tim Course and Boris Shekajev. Don't think we'll see a move off of the back of this full course yellow. Ben Neal gets a 5-second for speeding under the full course yellow. And Habibovic has actually just let Tim Course by.
Was he in a too high gear?
He's just completely let Tim Course go.
How does the guy who spun get a penalty for speeding?
Oh, Axel Benoit's in the pits. Axel Benoit is boxed.
This is a 2-stop race.
It is a 2-stop.
Max Simmons!
5 seconds for Max Simmons. What is going on? Who's going to win this race? No one wants to win this race. David Apanga gets a drive through for speeding as well. They're just piling on the penalties at this point. Axel Benoit comes out of the pits. He's in P7 at the moment. Does come out ahead of Sven de Haas. Car ahead of him is Ben Neal. It's a 2-stop race, so we would expect quite a few cars ahead of Axel Benoit to pit again. Max Simmons, he's got a 5-second penalty, but he does need to pit again if this is a true 2-stop race.
This is Max Simmons' race to lose now.
It is. Oh, David Apanga comes out of the pits just ahead of Max Simmons. Almost make contact, but they get away with that one. Now this is going to be interesting. Shekajev and
Myro!
Wow, what is going on? So we've got Shekajev and Habibovic fighting for position. 2 lapped cars ahead of them also fighting for position. Myrocat. Oh! Shekajev into the back of Myrocat as he was letting Habibovic by. He rejoins behind Habibovic as he should have done. So they're still fighting for position though. 5 tenths is the gap. As we come down towards turn 7, Dragoshen is the car ahead of them. He's lapped. Doesn't have to get out of the way, I don't think.
Nope. Of course, is already nearly second again.
14 seconds behind the race leader. So if Max Simmons does decide to box, he will definitely come out behind Tim Course. He'll probably come out around where Ben Neal is.
Yeah, he'll come out around 6th.
Habibovic let Shekajev by for now. Will they make another move into turn 1? Habibovic, he brakes late. That's too late. He has to go off and not make the corner for that one. He's going to have to give that position back to Shekajev. And
I think he will.
he's not doing that. Unless he's going wide now.
Yeah.
There we go. So after a late braking move, he can't do that on the outside. Well, he didn't get away with it on the outside. So Shekajev is up to P4. And this is interesting. Tim Course is catching at a rate of knots to Dinesh Ferreira. The gap is now under a second. So Dinesh Ferreira, the man who took the position back from Axel Benoit. He's got Benjamin Klaus, a lap car ahead of him. He's got Tim Course, the provisional race leader, behind him. He makes a move on Benjamin Klaus, the lap car, into turn 1. That's going to put him with a car behind him. But Tim Course gets through as well. And Dinesh Ferreira, he's gone really wide, and that's brought Tim Course right back up to P2. Now, this is where it gets interesting. 8 laps to go in this race. Max Simmons has a 5-second penalty. If he boxes, he loses the race lead. If he stays out, Tim Course is going to catch at a rate of knots. This is Charles Leclerc at Monza 2024. Will Oscar Piastri catch him before the end of the race? 13.5 seconds is the gap between the 2 leaders at the moment. It needs to be under 5 seconds before the end of the race. As we look into P4, P5 and effectively P6 at the moment. Shekajev, Habibovic and Ben Neal, all a few seconds between each other. There is a lap car dragon between Habibovic and Ben Neal though.
This is a great race.
It's played very well. It's done very well, yeah. As David Apanga does come into box, that puts Marakat up. He's retired.
Yeah.
Sad for one of the debut rookies here, retiring on their first race, but I'm sure he'll come back stronger. As for the other rookie, Axel Benoit, pitted late on. Can he try and catch up? P4, P5 and P6 are only a good few seconds ahead of him. 5 seconds is the gap between him and Ben Neal. Ben Neal does carry a 5-second penalty though for speeding under the full course yellow. So if Axel Benoit can get past Ben Neal, or at least get in that 5 seconds, he should gain that place. Lap 46 now. Still Shekajev just pulling away ever so slightly from Habibovic. Tim Course isn't gaining at the rate that he does need. It's about 0.8 a lap, maybe slightly more. He needs 7 seconds in the last 5 laps.
Simmons is burning his push to pass now.
I mean, he saved it for this scenario. It's played out well for him so far.
The question is, like, Max Simmons now has to hope, okay, no one bin it anymore, and I'm good.
Very much so. If we do get a late safety car, this is just, the race is over for him. Effectively. Axel Bonneau has got into that 5-second gap from Ben Neal. It's about 3 seconds now. So he is catching extremely quickly. Dragoshen does let Bonneau by. And there you can see the gap between Ben Neal and Axel Bonneau. So that should promote Bonneau up to P6 provisionally. I think that's probably about where he'll stay, unless Habibovic, Shekajev or anyone else ahead makes a big mistake and costs himself a lot of time. I mean, P6 from last. It's definitely not a bad race.
Nope.
I'm excited to see more of this guy. I think he's proved himself brilliantly in his debut. He's not came into any contact that we know of. He set pole. He came from last and put some brilliant moves in.
And there's gonna be an oval next week.
Yay!
The enthusiasm.
Oh, I can't wait. Another 400 laps or something ridiculous. I can't wait. The race is going to last like 2 days.
I don't think the race actually has a lap count yet. I heard the race director is a lazy fuck.
Speak of the devil.
What, of lazy fucks?
Of race directors.
Oh.
Oh, and Ben Neal's actually lost a lot of time through this part of the lap. It's not going to gain anything for Axel Bonneau. He does take this place position provisionally, but he is going to want to take it on track. 0.8 is the gap now. 3 laps to go in this race. As I've disconnected again. Okay.
Oh no.
Hang on, let me see if I can get back before the end of the race. I bloody hope so, because I want to see if anything changes. Come on, living in.
Oh, Tim spun!
I
Spun it!
I can't tell if you're being serious. I bloody hope not. This is not the time, Tim Course. This is not the time.
Tim spun!
Please show me the gaps. Why is it not showing me the gaps? He's got Dinesh Ferreira right at his back though. Will we see a late move into P2 for Dinesh Ferreira? Show me the gaps!
But no overtakes Ben Neal.
On track, that's great for the rookie driver. Cost Tim Course about 6 seconds on that lap. Will Dinesh Ferreira be able to make a last lap move onto Tim Course for P2? He needs to gain as much as possible in this last lap or two. The gap's just going up. So Tim Course, it's not really cost him anything, but he would have wanted to get closer to Max Simmons to try and take that race win.
Oh, let me improve my mic quality for the last few laps. For the last time, actually.
Well, it's not been the race that we would have expected from the race leaders. The pole man, Axel Bernot, forced to not start on pole, start on the last row of the grid. So that would have cost him this race dearly. He would have been up there fighting for the lead.
There's Klaus in the way. Klaus gonna block him. Klaus is gonna. They're gonna do the team. Oh, no way.
Oh,
Yes,
Benjamin
they are.
Klaus. But he does get through Habibovic. As we cut back to the race leader, Max Simmons, he's not led this one from start to finish. Tim Course has done the majority of that, but he's not going to complain in the slightest. When it came down to when it mattered, he's put in the consistent laps, he's put in the consistent work. The only sort of thing stopping him was a 5-second penalty. That's going to mean squat here in Portland. Max Simmons crosses the line to win in Portland. He extends his championship lead. Tim Course will come home P2. As Denise Ferreira tried to make a last-ditch effort for P2, but it's only going to land in P3 for the time being. So a great race from the championship leader. Not going to be the result.
Habibovic lost it. Beno's gonna get 5th.
Oh, Beno! He's through! Through goes Beno on the last lap! Beno is up to P5! What a race from Axel Beno. Oh. Okay, so he's doing celebratory donuts. I don't blame you, son. Just don't hit anyone. Oh, he's hit someone.
And he ended.
Okay.
And he hit 2 people.
Okay.
And that's probably
a report. But anyway,
he hit him as well.
let's
Okay.
let's go through the final positions pending reports. So Max Simmons, the championship leader, takes the race win here in Portland. He will extend his championship lead from P2 Tim Course. Then Denise Ferreira in P3 is another podium for him. Shekajev with a great finish in P4. Axel Bernot, the rookie man, from last on the grid to 5th. Followed by Habibovic, who lost it in the last few corners, P6. Ben Neal will finish P7, followed by Sven de Haas in P8. Ash Hamilton, first of our lapped cars, will finish P9. Then Benjamin Klaus in P10, followed by Dragon in P11. Ivan Tilmani, after having a good few opening laps, will finish P12. Then Mario Cat will finish P13. So yeah.
I also doubt that there's gonna be a report from Habibovic, considering he hit him back like a few seconds later.
No, yeah, definitely not. But yeah, that was an exciting race here in Portland. We'll have to see what happens next time out in Texas. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. This has been DRC Indycar. We will see you next weekend.
See you in Texas.